Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Faith Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman. Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss matters concerning the campus by the sea. Welcome to Silliman. Maayong gabi ka natong tanan. Thank you for making Silliman your Monday night habit. Today is December 1, and we thank you for spending your first December night with us. And I know everyone is so busy gearing up for the Christmas celebration, but before we celebrate Christmas, let us first celebrate an important birth anniversary of one of the founders of Silliman University, and that is Horace B. Silliman. We will learn about his history and legacy. And with that, we invited important guests for tonight. And let me first introduce the chairperson of the Bicentennial celebration of Horace Silliman's birth anniversary, none other than the walking encyclopedia of Silliman University and our suki here at Silliman, Kuya Mong, Sir Moses Atega. Hello, Kuya Mong, and welcome again to Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. Let's celebrate. This is an important legacy we are celebrating.
Thank you, Kuya Mong. And of course, we have here the dynamic director of External and Alumni Affairs, also a suki here at Silliman, Mr. Ruben, Bokingo, or Sir Bobot. Hello and welcome again to Silliman.
It's good to be back, and it's good to inform Sillimanians and the rest of the community what we're celebrating. It's important that we know the bearings of our university with Horace B. Silliman's 200th birth anniversary.
Yeah, that's true, Sir Bobot. And with that, let us visit memory lane. But of course, we are not yet alive during that day, no? Right? But we have here the walking encyclopedia at Silliman University, and he can share with us the history of Silliman, or who is Horace B. Silliman, right, Kuya Mong?
Yeah. So if you're a good student in history, you would know the year 1898. What was 1898? Remember what history teachers told you about the signing of the Treaty of Paris?
Okay.
Yeah, remember that point in history? Yes, that was actually the headline in New York Times. And one morning, Dr. Horace Silliman and co-host New York saw the headline. And as he was reading it, he learned that the Philippines was sold to America by Spain. And so, instantly he decided, let's build a school in the Philippines, since it is now an American territory. And the rest is history. On January 10, 1901, the first Presbyterian missionary came to Dumaguete. His name is Leon Hills. Take note, let's correct what's in Philippine history books. American education in the Philippines did not start with the Thomasites. It started with the Presbyterian missionaries here in Dumaguete. So take note of that, history teachers all over the world. Let's correct this point in our history, because every time you get hold of a history book, it's really about the Thomasites and nothing much about the arrival of the Presbyterian missionaries here in Dumaguete. And that is courtesy of the vision of Dr. Horace Silliman, and that's why we are celebrating his 200th birthday this year. He was born on December 3, 1825. And we are now 2025. It's the 200th year of his birth anniversary.
Right, just to set the record straight, what did Sir Horace B. Silliman did back then? What did he do back then?
Yeah, so be with the vision to build a school in the Philippines. So he walked into Manhattan, New York, right? Where the Presbyterian Mission Center was there. So he went up there with $10,000 as money for that vision of a school in the Philippines to be started. And then the Presbyterian Mission said, "Sir, can we use your money for Mexico? We don't know where the Philippines is." And the Mexico mission is already established. This will be a big help for what we have started in Mexico. So let it be there, please. But Dr. Horace Silliman insisted on the Philippines. How I wish the missionaries judges also insisted on the Philippines, not on Mexico. No, just kidding. Just remember the parallelism.
You know, when Kuya Mong is talking, it seems that you are also present at that place, no? In that time, right? And thank you very much for also correcting history that it was not actually Thomas Sykes who brought the first ever
American education.
Yeah, American education here in the Philippines. Thank you for that, Kuya Mong. Now let's talk about the celebration of Horace B. Silliman. How do we, or what are the different events that we lined up to celebrate his birth anniversary?
Yeah, we started last year, and he can talk about how we started it. We launched it with grand worship at Silliman Hall grounds. Yeah, where it all started. So how was that?
Yes.
Oh, we had wreath laying and we had different representatives of the university to say something and offer flowers, and we released doves
Yeah.
to set off the celebration, and it's a whole year celebration that would culminate on December 3.
This year.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of programs lined up. Sir
Yeah,
Roman.
Yeah.
we had if you open the university website and FB page, we have snippets
Yeah.
every month on more stories behind the scene or information we do not know of Horace B. Silliman, that the family originated in Italy, and it was Sillimandi, and it transformed to Silliman, and with a D, and then when they migrated, the family migrated to the US, then it transformed to Silliman. So that's one of the snippets we have on the website. We have other activities such as the Horace B. Silliman vlogging competition. This idea was brought up by the committee because we feel that students should know more about who Horace B. Silliman, who he really is, and his giving heart.
Yeah.
You see, so that vlogging competition will soon end, and we will announce the winners also on December 3. We have on December 3 at 7:30 in the morning, we will have a short service by the boss of Horace B. here at the yard of Silliman Hall, and floral offerings will be placed by the boss, celebrating his 200th birth anniversary.
Oh yeah, so after the opening last December, there were events like in January we celebrated Leon Hill's Day, which was the arrival of the American mission, the establishment of Dumaguete Mission on January 10, 1901. And a lot of people don't know about that before the Hibbards came, there was Leon Hills.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so he was actually the very first person, the first American who arrived in Dumaguete. So then February, that was Culture and Arts Month. So much about Horace Silliman there. And March came, and April, there was an oratorical contest, the McIntyre Oratorical Contest. Their pieces was about the legacy of Horace Silliman. And
Do we have winners for the oratorical
yes, we
contest
already had winners.
Alright.
Yes, Masscom student won, and then a lot of activities actually transpired and rolling. August, we had a grand concert
Yes.
celebrating Horace Silliman's legacy also. So now we're here,
And
where
the
it's like time flies so fast.
Yes.
We're suddenly in December, and here we are celebrating and culminating the 200th birthday anniversary of our dear visionary. We call him the visionary father
Visionary
because Dr. David Hibbard is the founding father.
Of
Yeah, so we call Horace as the visionary father.
All right,
Yes.
thank you very much for that, Kuya Mong. So we had a lot of events really for the celebration, which is worthy
Yeah.
no, of our visionary father, Horace B. Silliman. Now, you mentioned a while ago about legacy. Let's talk about Horace B. Silliman's legacy. What is his legacy, of course, for the benefit of the audience? We Sillimanians can feel it, and we acknowledge his legacy. And yeah, but before that, before you answer that, let us first have a short break because, you know, you can answer that personally, right? What is the legacy of Horace B. Silliman? And I know each Sillimanian would know the answer, will have different answers when asked with that questions. All that answers and more when #Silliman returns.
Welcome to Silliman University.
Come and explore the campus by the sea, here in the heart of the city. From an industrial school with 15 boys
to a university campus with more than 10,000 students, Silliman University stands today as one of the leading Christian institutions in the country.
Continuing to write stories over a century later.
So, why Silliman?
Because here, everyone has a place.
Because here, community ignites spirit.
because here we embrace academic excellence, inclusivity and diversity, justice with compassion, and a care for the environment, a total holistic development.
Because here, each one tells a story.
Kahit diri sa Silliman.
Dahil dito sa Silliman,
安南湖南非西利曼，
因为在西利曼，
なぜならシリマンでは
Victory di Silliman, karena di Silliman,
Because here in Silliman,
We are home.
So come, start your story with us.
And now we're back. Thank you for staying at #Silliman. Still with us are Kuya Mong and Sir Bobot, and we'll be talking about the history and legacy of our visionary father, Horace B. Silliman. Of course, when we took a short break, I asked a question, what is the legacy of Horace B. Silliman? And Kuya Mong would like to answer that
Yeah,
question.
first and foremost, it's the legacy of education. Yep. You have to know that Horace Silliman himself had two daughters, but they never had the privilege of growing old because they died so young, like at the age of 14, at the age of 17, very young. So actually, nobody inherited his wealth. So he gave it all to education. I had the privilege of visiting Presbyterian schools around the US during the celebration of our Silliman Centennial. So I noticed that in every Presbyterian school, there is always a Silliman donation, be it a chemistry laboratory, um, or a classroom, or a building. It's all over the US. It's not just us here in Dumaguete. We're just one of the beneficiaries, but actually his legacy, his celebration of education, he was supposed to be president of a school in Cohoes, but he refused. He concentrated on earning more to help educational institutions. So aside from the legacy of education, we also celebrate his legacy of faith. Yes, Bobot has visited actually where Silliman Church was. He built a church in honor of his parents. Co-host, this grandiose church was there for so many years, and it was a symbol of faith. And the Silliman family, by the way, every December would gather all the children in the church and they would give oranges to each one as a Christmas gift. So we're trying to do that here also this December to all the children, like give as many oranges. Like we're hoping elementary school will do that. And I think freshman classes through the PEP and the Christian education program of Silliman Church will also be celebrating that legacy of love and faith of Horace Silliman. And so there is much, and of course the gift of loyalty and generosity,
Yes.
which our alumni director is very aware of, like how much like he has been there through Horace Silliman. Like, in fact, we honor our generous donors with a badge, the Order of Horace Silliman. Like, like we honor them with that. So, if you wish to contribute and continue the legacy of Horace Silliman,
Yes.
I think it will require 10 million donation for you to be part of the Order of Horace Brinsmith Silliman.
Yeah, and it's not just about the money, but the ripple effect, the legacy that you are going to pass on to different generations or to the generations to come. Now, let's talk about the different events that we had and we are having now before the big day, December 3. Let's talk about the Horace B. Silliman vlogging competition that you mentioned a while ago, Sir Bobot. And also, let's talk about the different celebrations of different chapters of Sillimanians. How are they celebrating the 200th birth anniversary of Horace B. Silliman? Yes, Sir Bobot.
Talking about the vlogging competition, the committee decided to have this vlogging competition because it is it's the in thing of kids these days. So we have to be to do things that they are interested in, and vlogging is the thing now.
That's true.
And we put in Horace B. Silliman and his legacy and his life in that. So we are making our students aware who Horace B. Silliman is, and we're planting the seed of his generosity, because one day these students will be our supporters of the university, just like Horace B. Silliman.
That's true.
Going to an alumni chapters that are celebrating, actually it's really the New York, New Jersey chapter that is active and will have their own celebration.
Wow.
And this is very significant because Coho, New York, is in that area. I had the privilege to visit Albany Rural Cemetery, where Horace B. was
resting.
Was
Horace was born in Albany.
Albany.
Yes. And the New York, New Jersey chapter on December 2nd, I really salute to the New York, New Jersey chapter, because that's very cold already.
Yeah,
Being out there in the cemetery. But they're going to offer flowers there, representing the chapter, is representing the university as well. And to remember and honor Horace B. Silliman. It's a whole day activity. They're going to move to Co-host New York for a luncheon. Then at 2 in the afternoon, there's going to be a celebration and a program right at Silliman Park. The full force of the New York, New Jersey chapter will be present, and the mayor has updated the signage and write-up on Horace B. Silliman. I even have a picture next to that signage, but it narrates the different major donations of Horace B. Silliman, and we're there. Silliman University
of
in
course.
Dumaguete City, Philippines. So the mayor also has granted the request of New York, New Jersey chapter through the president, Julius Hatulan, that a marker shall be placed there that we celebrated the 200th birth anniversary of Horace B. Silliman.
Yeah.
So that would be very significant, because once you visit the place, then you could see that we had a participation. We celebrated its 200th birth anniversary.
You're part of this history.
Yes.
No?
So-
I think it's safe to say that this is like a worldwide celebration.
Yes.
That it's not just
Actually,
happening here in Dumaguete.
Alumni chapters, they have their own way to celebrate. In fact, their Christmas parties is all about him. So if you're around the area, New York, New Jersey,
get in touch
that's
with-
December 2nd
Get in touch
with
with Julius and Hatulan so
yeah,
you
and the
can arrange
officers
your
of
ride
New York.
going there.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes.
So this is also the Silliman spirit that we share, no, among
Yes.
Sillimanians. That
We will have the video,
Yeah.
maybe a delayed, maybe the next day or so. We will have the video of the whole celebration they did.
Yeah,
in
and we're going to
Cohoes,
edit
New
that.
York.
Okay,
Yes.
we're looking forward to also see how they are celebrating
Yes.
this worldwide celebration of the birth anniversary of Horace B. Silliman. Now, let's talk about, I forgot to ask this during the first segment, but what is the theme for this celebration, Kuya Mo?
Yeah, actually the theme has evolved from Founders Day theme. Yeah, depending on the event. But for this particular Dumaguete event of this December, it's just remember HBS. So heralding heritage, building futures, sowing seeds of faith. So that's its name, right? And we are celebrating HBS legacy. So we revolve the theme around his name.
Around his name. No, and ang daming brain cells na ginamit doon, no? Heraldic heritage, building future, and sowing
Being seeds of faith.
Seeds of faith. All right, and which is, I know, has a ripple effect to every Sillimanian.
Yes.
Right? Now, after all these celebrations, what's next, Kuya Mo?
Yes, we look into the future and be inspired. You know, if you look at Silliman's history, you would say that a lot of those who came, Presbyterian missionaries, had their own legacies and have built pioneering programs. But we seem to be lacking in the sense of gratitude. In fact, so many years of disconnection. You can see in the archives letters of Hibbards themselves trying to reconnect, and some of letters are unresponded. So their sons, and you know what? The children of Presbyterian missionaries, a lot of them are achievers. One became airline president. One, the daughters of James Chapman are actually continuing his legacy of science research in Canada. So if only we did not disconnect up to the second generation, because these are all Sillimanians. They were kids here on campus. They studied here in their elementary school. Paul Dote's daughter was the class valedictorian of her high school. So if only we were not disconnected, we were good at responding to their letters.
But I think it's not too late, no,
We could
to
have
reconnect.
been a grander celebration with their presence here.
Yeah.
Like third generation, fourth generation coming over. But this is just 200th year. Silliman will be forever. So I hope those who will be handling external affairs, as Bobot and I are facing retirement. So,
But not yet, not yet.
so those who will be handling the future, we hope that you start to reconnect with the Presbyterian heritage that we have, the generations of Presbyterian children and grandchildren who would love to come back. I welcome Dr. Chapman's great-granddaughter on campus. And because of the welcome, all the rest came over during the naming of James Chapman Science Complex. So it's just a matter of really responding and taking care of these connections that we have, because this is a huge Silliman family that Horace had established. To think that he never had a chance to come here. But look at you. You are a precious granddaughter of Horace Silliman.
I'd like to consider myself, although it
Yeah.
doesn't show in my face that I'm American, right?
Yeah, but
every Sillimanian.
But I noticed my students currently this semester, when I asked them to research, visit the museum to see the celebration of Horace Silliman's birthday, and they wrote about it. They call him Lolo Horace.
Lolo Horace.
So
we are part of the Silliman family.
yes,
Right?
Yes, of
so
course.
and they celebrated the presence of Lolo Horace's life into their own lives.
Yes.
They're just so proud that they have become Sillimanians and part of Lolo Horace's family. We are all part of Lolo Horace's family.
Thank you very much for that, Kuya Mong. And we're running out of time. No, and I'd like to hear your message, no, to every Sillimanian in relation to the celebration of the 200th birth anniversary of Horace B. Silliman. Let's start first with Sir Bobot.
Yeah.
The celebration of Horace B. Silliman's 200th birth anniversary, it is really one way of highlighting his life.
Yes.
We are examples of the gift he has given, and it's all over the world, his gift, because there are a lot of Sillimanians that came through this university, and the seed of generosity and of love for education and reaching out to different people, especially in the Philippines, to be educated. That mission has really been fulfilled, and it's continuing. So we celebrate, it's in the calendar of the university that we remember Horace B. Silliman during his death anniversary and birth anniversary. That's a fixed thing, and that's two major events that the Alumni Affairs Office prepares every year, but it is good to be creative and have other ways of celebrating and remembering Horace B. Silliman.
Yeah.
And this one is a good way of celebrating his life.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sir Bobot. Kuya Mong.
And talking about creativity, we commend and congratulate Alumni Affairs Office for these banners that had been there all throughout the year, really screaming about the 200th year of Horace Silliman's legacy. So thank you both for your leadership. That was very effective and silently screaming the celebration, very successful. So remember, we started with a worship.
Yes.
We will end with a worship.
On
December 7, that's a Sunday,
Yes.
with no less than the University President, Dr. Betty Sarnol-Macan, as the speaker. She will deliver the sermon celebrating Horace Silliman's legacy. So this is it. We're ending. And it's a part of Christmas celebration. And if you want to be part of the celebration, if you see a little child, just pick an orange, give it to that child. That's actually a Horace Silliman legacy. The Silliman family in New York, in Washington, D.C., that's what they remember of them, the children who have grown up. I remember I was in Washington, D.C., and some old folks point to me the pew in church that they said, "You're a Sillimanian." That's where he sits. Dr. Horace Silliman is always there on that seat every Sunday. And then they talk about the oranges they got from them Christmas after Christmas. So in your own way, you can celebrate. If you are a chapter in Cagayan de Oro, celebrating Christmas party, or in Cebu, you can celebrate the Silliman way this year because it's very special. It's the 200th birthday of Lolo Horace.
Yes.
Let's all celebrate.
Our Lolo.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Kuya Mong and Sir Bobot. Now, although we will culminate this celebration of his 200th birth anniversary, but his legacy will still live on.
Yes.
And may all Sillimanians continue to cultivate the seed that was planted and grow them, no, and let it flourish further. Now, thank you very much for watching #Silliman, and to God be the glory. Hello there, Sillimanians! Thank you for watching #Silliman. Don't forget to follow our Facebook page and comment your favorite episode. And we also have a YouTube account that is #Silliman. Please don't forget to follow and share this episode, and of course, click the notification bell to get more updates. You can also watch us at Phil Products Channel 6 every Monday at 8 p.m. Replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. On behalf of Joshua Soldivillo, this is Ronelyn Faith Vailoces-No. See you next week, only here on #Silliman.